You don't have to walk this world alone. I'll be walking with you as far as you want to go. And if I get there before you do, you can bet the world I'll be waiting on you.
Hi, I'm Ginger Leigh with On the Rogue, brought to you by Songwriters Across Texas. We are here in Austin, Texas at ACL Live at the Moody for the Texas Heritage Songwriters Hall of Fame event. There are some huge names on tonight, some great writers, great performers, and I get to interview some of them for you. Let's have fun, come on. I have the legendary Mr. W.C. Clark sitting right here with me. How you doing, my friend?
Oh, I'm doing just fine, ma'am. I'm doing just fine. Glad to be here. Feel like I'm doing something.
You are doing something. You're being inducted into the Texas Heritage Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Yeah, more than once.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about the first time.
Oh, well, my manager, she's got all the history of all that stuff, and she don't want to allow me to clog my mind up with that. She just only wants me to play good music, and she takes care of the rest.
Okay, well, you do play great music, by the way, not just good. Great music.
Yes.
So you are like...
I can give you a little example. Watch this, y'all. Watch your face. You don't have to walk this world alone. I'll be walking with you as far as you want to go. And if I get there before you do, you can bet the world I'll be waiting on you.
You make me want to cry. It's so good. It's so good. I love that voice. God, thank you for that. That was so lovely.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'll do one for you. Ready? I'm gonna love you like nobody's loved you. Come rain or come shine. High as a mountain, deep as a river. Come rain or come shine. Oh, that was beautiful. So you started singing in gospel, right?
Oh, yes.
So there you go with that harmony.
It's really funny you said that, because now, I don't know if y'all should keep this on the camera, what I got to tell you, but it's true. My mama was, and her two sisters were gospel singers. She told me one time, boy, you can't help it about that music. I said, why, mama? She said, because all the while I was singing, you were kicking in my stomach. She said, that's right, she told me that.
So you've been performing since you were in the womb?
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, I started messing around with guitars around 7 or 8 years old. I wasn't playing them, but I was checking out people that knew how to play, and going around different places where there was jukeboxes and music on that jukebox, sit down with my guitar side of it and stuff like that.
Okay, so you kind of taught yourself by listening to...
Oh, yeah.
And then you taught Will and Charlie Sexton how to play guitar.
Yes, I did.
When they were boys, right?
Yeah.
Now, how did you get to know them at that age when they were young?
See, I knew his mother first. She would come where I played, and she would, one time she talked to me and she told me she had a son, Charlie and Will, and they wanted somebody to teach them how to play guitar. So I started going out to Butte where they were living, and Charlie was a fan of Elvis Presley, and he had those long sideburns like Elvis Presley had, and he put that real shiny stuff on his hair, and he'd be, but the kids at school made fun of him.
Okay.
Because he was looking like that. All right, and I told him, I said, I'll tell you what, man, don't worry about it, just keep that like it is and come on and play with me, after I had taught him for a while. He played with me for a while around the Continental Club and so on. And then at the same time I was teaching Will was learning bass. One time we was at the Continental Club and we were taking a break, and we got ready to get back up there, and I said, folks, where's Will, y'all? Have y'all seen Will? Some pointed like that. He was over on the corner, laying down on the floor, wouldn't sleep. He was 9 years old.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say he was passed out from drinking, so I'm glad it was just he was sleeping.
They
His
didn't
kid.
drink anything like that.
Yeah.
They were wonderful.
They're great guys, and you gave them such a start.
And I met they did it after, later on. He still come around me once in a while, and always thank me for helping take care of his boys.
Oh, that's nice. Well, you're a great influence on them, clearly, because they're great musicians.
Yep.
But back to you, you're like the king of blues here in Austin.
And then Charlie was playing down at Austin City, the building down there off of First Street, Chavez, the city building. And I was out there in the audience, and I hollered up there and I said, "Charlie, give me your guitar." I walked up to the stage, he pulled his guitar off and handed it down to me like this. I played it for a while, gave it back to him, and walked off. He said, "Ladies and gentlemen, that's my Godfather going there."
Yeah, WC, the main man.
Yeah.
It's good memory. So prior to that, let's see, you were doing great work with like Jimmy Vaughan. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
you guys played so much. You've played with so many greats.
Stevie and Cold Shot I will be doing tonight.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I wrote a big percentage of that. And I played with Stevie a long time, played with Jimmy, Paul Ray. Paul Ray is gone. And Denny Freeman, Angela Straley, all those people. That's when Luann Barton and Marcia Ball, we made 6th Street. Yeah. And then the city council came in and started having cops beat up people. And then we couldn't park in front and unload. We had to go in the back in the alley to unload, and that would be filled with cops.
Yep.
They finally got a thing where they could put a thing out front, a little barricade out front, so we can stop right there. By the time we get that stuff out of there, we got to find a parking place.
Do you ever go to Dirty Six anymore?
6th Street?
Yeah.
Oh, every once in a while I go down through there. Somebody will invite me down to come play with them or something. I go down through there. But I just turned 83 years old, so I don't get around as much as I used to.
It was around 2011 or so, we played at Flamingo Cantina on 6th Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So you've seen the city change a lot. I know I have, but you've been here much longer because you're one of the rare breeds that's actually from Austin.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, when I started playing in Austin, there was no I-35 nowhere. It was 81. Highway 81 was straight through. There was no, and down on 6th Street, there were 1 or 2 clubs. I say this all the time. Blues music wasn't played up just right around Red River, and that's as far as it would go, because of the reputation of the Driscoll Hotel. But Clifford Antone came in and moved right across the street from Driscoll Hotel, and I'm proud of this. That's why I brag about it all the time. And had a sign on his window: "If you got any complaints, don't bring it to me, take it to the city council." Well, he had some friends in lawyer offices and stuff, and they already knew that all they was doing was scaring us, because they couldn't keep us from coming up there and play. That was a business area, Yeah. So, all those good stories like that.
Who were you jamming with at Antone's? Your own band?
My own band.
Your own band, your Blues Review? W.C. Clark and Blues Review?
No, I had a Southern Feeling then.
Okay.
With Angela Straley, Denny Freeman, Rodney Colonna, and all those people like that.
Some pretty darn good players.
Southern Feeling. We went everywhere. I'll never forget some of the places up in Louisiana, down through Mississippi, and those places where all that prejudice stuff was. Well, see, my mama taught me, WC, you cannot control what somebody say with their own mouth. If somebody want to call you a nigger, look at him and say, "Thank you for knowing how you are." And I do that. When I do that, they go like this. They don't know what to say, you know?
Oh, it's exactly right. She's a wise woman.
Yeah, yeah. She said, if anytime anybody says something about or to somebody else and they let that bother them, that person that said is not doing anything to them, they clogging their own self up with it. When all you got to do is say, oh, okay, bye.
That's right. That's right, my friend. You are absolutely right there.
So I've lived that way, all down through the clans and everything. This is really funny about the clans. I used to work for this guy that had this car lot. I'd go to Houston, drive the cars back for him. And we was up there in Houston, and all these white hat, big hat car dealers down around the hotel, they started going down the hallway to have some girls down there and have a little party. And my boss man looked around and said, come on, WC. I got up to walk, and somebody said, we can't take him down there. Well, he's black. And my boss man looked at him and said, WC is a blues musician. He said, oh, tell him, come on.
Hi. It broke through. It broke through.
Yeah, I mean, and you know what I seen? I just seen that it wasn't nothing in the first damn place.
Well, you know, I think music really does help a lot with breaking those social barriers like that. And
that's exactly right. And musicians, if they realize the music got to sound good to them first. If it don't sound good to them, it ain't gonna sound good to nobody else.
Yeah. Is there any particular kind of music that you don't prefer?
No.
You like it all?
I like it all. I even played over in Mexico with Spanish bands and couldn't understand what they were saying, but I could play the music.
Yeah, that's universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely is. And you tour all over the world, right? So.
Oh yes. Oh, I don't know how many times. I was telling people earlier, but I was in Istanbul when that embassy got bombed.
Ooh.
But when I came back across that Atlantic Ocean, that time in that big double-deck jet, looking down at that water for 14 hours, coming into New York, I said, that's it. I'm not going back. And I didn't.
Yeah, to that area. But
Yeah, I didn't go back.
you went back to Europe and places like, you know.
No, I didn't go back over there at all. I stayed in the United States.
You never crossed the Atlantic after that?
No.
No.
No. Well, see, where the Istanbul got bombed, there were people walking around with guns everywhere. And then nobody would smile at you and nothing, you know? And my wife, during the time, bless her heart, the name of the company was the Epic Beer Festival out of Russia. She called that company and told them that she didn't want me down there in Istanbul where that place got bombed. And she raised so much hell until they come to me and told me, follow us. And they take me down to the Red Sea, put me up in a hotel, 5-star hotel, and all I had to do is pick up the phone and order anything I want.
Okay.
But my name and picture was over on big signs all up and down Russia around in that area, you know. So they knew.
Yeah. You're a celebrity. They treated you right.
Yes, they treated me right. And it's really funny because this place in Russia, it was B.B. King's statue and Elvis Presley's statue out front. I played there. And there was this guy in there that looked exactly like Rusty Weir. I don't know if you...
Really? Oh, I remember Rusty.
Exactly like tall. I used to call Rusty that long-legged cowboy.
He definitely was that.
Yeah, and that's the way this guy looked. But when he started singing, and he was singing in Spanish, and I went, oh, wow. That was really a weird thing to look at Rusty Weir, and he was singing in Spanish. I mean, in Russian.
I was wondering why Spanish.
I mean, Russian.
In Russian.
In Russian, yeah. And then one of the guys out there told me, said, now listen, since you're a musician here, I got some things I got to make you hip about. While you here, you got to be awful careful who you dance with, what woman you dance with, because some of those women out there carry razor blades in their hand. And when you be dancing, they have their arms around you, they take that razor blade and go up and down your back pocket and your wallet falls out in your hand. You don't even feel it.
But that didn't happen to you.
No, because I didn't do this.
Because you didn't dance with everyone.
No.
All right, well, I think you were married.
I was too busy trying to get by. They speaking Russian and I'm speaking English. And I can't speak no Russian. I'm trying to get through there.
Well, what a cool experience. So what do you think in your career and in your life, it doesn't even have to be about music, what is your biggest accomplishment? What are you most proud of?
Well, beauty and like the Canary Islands, going to a place like that, looking at all those beautiful places up there, 2- and 3-story buildings and stuff, or statues, and party boats. Now that was a 10-story party boat parked over there in the ocean, lake or river, whatever that was, when we came in for me to play over here. So me and my harmonica player sit in and start playing. And when I looked out there, all the people out there was Japanese. And that's the people that was on that party boat. Mm-hmm. I had been playing for a while and I stopped and I said, can y'all understand what I'm saying? Then nobody say nothing. But when I started back playing again, everybody started going with it.
Yeah,
you
liked it. Yeah, it's rhythm. It's melody.
Rhythm and communication, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you don't even have to understand the lyrics sometimes.
So those are my, points that, my accomplishments I never forget. And I I got a blues song that on Alligator Records about coming out of Istanbul, where the bombing is. Here I am in Istanbul, my baby's over in the United States. I don't know what she's doing, so I guess I just have to wait. I be swimming in the ocean as long as I can, waiting for the Coast Guard to come and give me a helping hand. Drop me in New York, and I'm making it to Texas on my own. I might have holes in my shoes, I might not have no shoes at all. My baby be standing in the driveway with her arms open wide for me. And in my Texas home is where I will be. It was a hit for one of Alligator's records.
I love it. I love it. Well, and it just tells the story. It's what you're feeling. You're longing to get home and home to your love and get away from the thing that was scary and unfamiliar. Can you please tell us and the audience out there what you are most excited about in your near future?
In my near future, what I'm most excited about is watching people enjoy me playing as a solo, well, with my band, of course, but as a solo musician. And I have to tell y'all this. I got a saying in different places I play, people know I'm going to say that. And then when I say this first one, they repeat it. I go, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to take a little short break and I'll be right back. And then I say, but you're going to be right there. and people know I'm going to do it, and all I have to do is say, I'll be right back. And we're going to be right here.
I love your attitude, WC. I love you, and your body of work is incredible. Your career's been amazing, and it's going to continue to do that. Looking forward to seeing you on stage tonight, and thank you for giving us your time. I'm Ginger Leigh with On the Rogue. We are here with W.C. Clark at ACL Live at the Moody Theater.
That sounds good. Well, thank y'all. Thank you, honey.